For me, it was like, okay, this is way too sketchy. Your gut will tell you. Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Nas.
And I'm Alba, and in this video we are going to share 15 scams to look out for when you are renting in London.
If you are moving to London, you will have to rent a place, and the market right now is crazy. You will come across a number of different ads for houses, flats, rooms to share, anything. But there are scams going on, unfortunately.
Everywhere. We've lived in London for many years and we've come across all of them. So we want to share how to avoid them. Before we go into what these scams are, you need to know that if you rent a house through a reputable real estate agency, you wouldn't have to worry about this. Foxtons, Dexters, Saville, and a few others, they do their due diligence and
Due diligence.
They do their due diligence and make sure that the property is going to be legally rented and that everything is in order. However, there is so many other types of listings online. That's why it's important to look out for all of these 15 scams that we're gonna go into.
If you're moving to London and you want help with finding a place to live, but also like opening a bank account and finding your way around the city, sign up to matuto.com. It's our startup. We help people move abroad. Scam number 1. Always see the property in person. I know that if you're moving from a different city or country, you may feel tempted to just book it all online via maybe WhatsApp or email. This is a huge mistake. You don't know the exact location. Is the smell completely off? Is there even electricity? All of these things you don't know. So we always recommend you to check the place because photos in reality, especially in London, completely different things.
Scam number 2. If it's listed by a real estate agent, make sure to speak to the real estate agent. If it's listed by them, they will be managing it. So why is like a random Joe talking to you via email? If you can speak to them on the phone and in person when you view the property, that will give you more security that the process is being followed.
Yeah, some people will say that they're intermediaries. There's no such thing. You want to speak to the official landlord or to the estate agent. Nobody else. Scam number 3. Never pay anything up front.
Scammers will always give you a sense of urgency. They will tell you you need to pay now, but don't pay upfront without seeing the property, without a contract in place, and definitely don't pay for a viewing or to put an offer in. The way that it works is once you have seen the property and you like it, you will put an offer in paper, signed. Once it's been accepted, then you can pay a holding deposit to take the property off the market. But before that, you don't pay anything.
That takes me to scam number 4, the failed reference scam. They will ask you to pay for some money for them to cover the costs of doing the reference check. And then guess what? It doesn't matter how good the reference is, they will not approve it. And one of the terms is, if we don't approve your references, we keep the money. Now, do they actually run these references? Do they have any intention of ever accepting it? The answer is no. Scam number 5. We're really running through these, aren't we?
We have to.
Seeing multiple ads of the same property in different places with contradictory information. You will see that some scammers, they just take information that they find online of another listing, they copy paste, and then they change the contact details sometimes, so that you contact them instead of the actual landlord.
Scam number 6, grammatical errors. I mean, this is not really a scam, but it's a way to spot it. If there's so many typos, so many grammatical errors, that's probably a listing that's not coming from the UK. And if it's not coming from the UK, it's probably fake. So keep an eye out for that because a reputable estate agent or landlord would never have typos on their descriptions.
Your gut will tell you, oh, shouldn't they be writing this word correctly since they write it 1,000 times every day to different people? But hey, scam number 7, ghost letting agencies. Now, there will be some agencies that you'll recognize straight away, that you'll do a quick Google search and you will see they have reviews, they exist, they have a social media presence. And others that have generic names like Frank William Robertson, I don't know, something really generic that will feel real, but then when you look into it, they don't actually exist. Do your due diligence, look into the agency, and if they don't have an accurate or a relevant presence, they may not be so good to work with.
Scam number 8, the price is too affordable. And this is like rule number 1 of looking for a place in London. Prices are expensive. You can find what the average price is on matuto.com, but if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. This is a way that scammers love to do to attract people. They get lots of inquiries if the price is under the market price, right? But it doesn't exist.
Scam number 9. The letting agency or the landlord is too pushy. They have a sense of urgency. Everything needs to be done really fast because they claim there's a lot of demand. So we need your money or we need your passport details like today.
It's true that the London market moves very fast and it is like that. You have to act fast. But if there is real demand on a property, the agent will tell you need to move fast, but they won't be pushing you and calling you every hour because they have 5 other offers on the table.
It's much more common to see landlords and estate agents to not even reply to you if they have too much demand.
Scam number 10, the pictures look too edited or 3D. That's probably a property that doesn't even exist. Yes, there's some new developments that are new, but you still want to see the real photos and not the models of the development. So if you see this, run because it's not reliable at all.
Scam number 11. No background checks. Scammers, they want to make it as simple as possible for you so that you pay them money. They will say, oh, no checks necessary, no guarantors necessary, just fill up this quick form and send us the money. If it's too easy, it's not really true, is it? Because there is a certain level of friction of renting a property in London. There's competition, there's forms, there's checks. So if it's too easy, red flag.
Scam number 12. The landlord refuses to meet you or show you the property. There's this scam going around where the landlord tells you, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot make it. And then they keep canceling in the last minute, but they keep talking to you. So you still think that the property is available and you just want to book it. Please don't fall for this. If they are not willing to show you the properties because they probably don't own it.
This actually happened to us. Asked to see the property, he said he wasn't available, but he could send me a video of the property. And in fact, he did send us a video where he's walking around the property and he showed it to us. I said, can I please have a call with you at least? And he sent me a long text right after saying he didn't have time for a call, but he clearly had a lot of time to write.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, okay, this is way too sketchy. You don't want to show me the property. In the video, you didn't show me your face. I don't know if that's the actual property or not, or that was someone else. You don't want to speak to me. This is a huge red flag and we dropped it right away. Scam number 13. No documentation is necessary until after the initial fee. This is a common one. They will ask you to make an upfront payment to like reserve the property or to serve as the initial fee for something, for some sort of process. And they're like, no, we don't need to sign anything. Right now, this is just the initial fee. Once that is done, we will send you on the same day the application process. That is never going to happen.
You always need to sign something before you transfer money officially. So yeah, no. Scam number 14, the landlord is oversharing. They are telling you too much about their life in advance. This is probably a scam. They do this so that you get to trust them. They tell you about how they are moving abroad and how they have these kids and the room is decorated this way. Real landlords in London don't have time for this. They don't care. They just want to get the property rented.
And scam number 15. This is the last one. And honestly, this is not a pre-rental scam, this is a post-rental scam, which we've actually been exposed to as well, which is the landlord or the estate agent wanting to keep your deposit, because yes, you do have to pay a deposit when you move in, to do repairs. But then those repairs never actually happen. So we, for example, in the past, they wanted to keep an extremely high amount of money, basically all the deposit, to paint a wall. I pushed back and I essentially tried to negotiate that, and then eventually they let go of our deposit and they returned to us.
This is something that is really hard to avoid pre-renting because it's only going to happen after you're already in the property. But by doing your due diligence at the beginning and understanding who is the property going to be managed when you live in, who is the real estate agency, and doing some research, it will help you make sure that when you are living in the house, if there is problems, they're going to actually be sorted and they're not going to try to scam you out of more money. If after watching this video you're feeling confused about what are the deposits that you need to pay, because there is the holding deposit, the security deposit, how do they work, what is the law, so that you protect yourself, make sure to sign up to matuto.com because we have all this information available and it will help you understand what are the things that you need to know and how the process works. But that's gonna be everything for this video. We hope that you guys found it useful. As always, make sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Let us know in the comments what are the things that are worrying you about renting in London, and we will make sure to do a video about that too.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in our next video.